Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay, so there is one another link by Dr. Krishna, 3 to 4, right? If you can see that,
Yes, ma'am.
you can join that group for the time being. Then that is 3 to 4 lecture, no? It will be 2 to 3. Then in Dr. Indranil will be ORS preparation will be at 3 to 4, right? ठीक है?
Ma'am. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Am I Hello, am I audible? Am I
Yes,
audible?
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
You're
ma'am.
audible.
So, good afternoon, all. I will be taking lecture on the drug advertisement. So, I know you have gone through various topics in the pharmacology and various, uh, lecture and
Ma'am,
practical.
voice.
Yes, my voice is breaking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Hello.
ma'am.
Oh, hmm. Okay. Uh, Hello. Is my voice still breaking? Okay. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was not audible before.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Right. Today, I will be taking a lecture on the drug advertisement. So, by now, you are very much aware that what is a drug and where it is used for, and what are the related things in the pharmacology about the drug. And we are just preparing you for to become a practitioner or become a doctor. So, but you have to prescribe the drug to the patient. So, from you and the things get updating. So, you should be knowing the most update thing and most available thing at that time when you practice, when you become intern, and after that. So, there you will get to know that information through some source of information. So one of the source of information is drug advertisement. Okay, that will come to you by the various medical representative or from your textbook or from your journals, right? So basically, uh, that's why training you to know that what is advertisement. Say or you will not uh, you have to prescribe a drug to the patient, but you have to become a rational in prescribing the drug. It's your moral responsibility. It will be your moral responsibility to prescribe the right drug, the right patient. So, it you have to, critically assess the drug advertisement. What is the source of
Ma'am, your
information that?
voice is breaking.
So that is. Hello, is that clear now? Is my voice is okay now? Yes. Hello.
Yes.
Please
Ma'am,
respond because
yes,
It is breaking in
yeah.
between.
Okay. That is some network issue, and if it is not coming to you, please inform me. Okay. So in this lecture, I will focus on that how you will assess a drug advertisement, and then after that, well, how you will be assess that a drug is misleading advertisement. It's going, and then what are the source of drug information, right? So basically, a drug advertisement, um, it is a word that has come from the Latin word means ad, means towards, and verto means I turn. So basically the advertisement, it's just to make a money by using some source and to catch the people attention, right? So this is which turns you to see, to look and to use that product is advertisement in general. So basically it implies and turning the people's attention to the specific things, and that specific things in general, but it the same principle is applied to the drug advertisement and various drug products that are available. And because being a doctor, that's your to to the right patient, and so it will be very unethical if you just seeing a drug advertisement and that may have a misleading information, you prescribe a wrong drug to the right patient. So we have to be assess the drug advertisement. Okay, so advertisements are necessary. These are the messages paid for by those who send them and intend to inform or influence the people who receive them. That is to make their profits, to make their market, because a lot of drugs are available for the same group of a chemical composition, right? And advertising means what means, this is the communication with the user of product or service. So medical practitioners basically utilizes the promotional material from that come from the pharmaceutical company, which is a major source of information, especially in our country, because that play a very important role as a source of information through the pharmaceutical companies. And these promotional material can be highly informative as long as they are critically appraised. So if you critically read them, understand them, and apply them, only then it is very informative. But if you are applying them in the practice without any question or without any scientific evidence, that may lead to irrational prescribing. So that's why you have to critically appraise a drug advertisement so that you can prescribe appropriate drug. So, and that drug advertisement, that source of drug information comes from, various advertisement in television. You see the various ads of some over the counter drug, pain reliever, gels, and medicines that can be taken by the patient themselves. They are very safe and time tested. So they are making the advertisement. And some print material like newspaper, in the magazines, in the journals, when you will come to the college and you will go to the library, there is a journal section in the library. There are various medical journals are there. So when you open them, so there are various drug advertisement. What are the new drugs for the specific disease? So that could be a source of information. Various hoarding, okay, internet, radio. So there are various ways by which we can, advertise the drugs. Okay, that the one way of promoting a drug. So basically, what happens with the advertisement of a drug? There will be increase in the use of that drug or a product, and it make a claim about the drugs. That could be that claim. You have to assess whether the claim is real or based on some scientific evidence, or it is just to influence the people. Okay, so that means there will be a non-propositional content, means there will be some images or pleasant scenery background, people of having fun and happy faces. So basically this comes in non-propositional content to influence the people. Okay, so basic, and what could be the source of drug information? Basically this could be an independent source of information from non-profit organization that provide physician with the evidence. And that basic drug information you can get from your textbook also. In the textbook there is also brand name and generic name are given in the textbook with the each chapter. Drug reference books, journal article, news letter, and published clinical trials. They are also published clinical trials, which are their data is like, you must have seen that various drugs which is new disease like corona, so many drugs have been tried. Even in the past, those drugs were in use, but they are not used specific to particularly a corona, right? So their company has to publish the data that even the older drugs, they are effective in the treatment of COVID-19 infection. So you have to go through that uh, their data to see whether uh, the claims are uh, scientific or not. Okay, there are advertisement that comes direct to customer advertisement, means these are published in magazine and newspaper, because magazines and newspapers, these are read by common people also, not only by just healthcare worker. So they are called direct to customer advertisement. Some books, brochure, pamphlet, they are distributed to the patients and caregiver, and that could be a source of drug information. So what is a claim? Means that are describing the benefits of the drug in the advertisement. So you see that various drugs advertisement make a lot of claims. Anybody who make a claim means they will show their benefit in the advertisement, and they can be made directly by stating, for example, some X drug. Let's say they usually, you know, uh, uh, say brand name. So some X drug treat the heartburns. So that claim also can be made directly by use of pictures and other graphics, right? So they will show the pictures uh, in which the patient get relieved. So patient will be playful, uh, and if a drug is showing children who are playing in the playing, so it may suggest that that drug is effective in children. Okay, if a picture is showing an adult, so this means that drug is useful in the adults. Okay, and in the drug advertisement, there should be a fair balance in the information of what it is given regarding its risk as compared to its benefit. Because if they are making the claim of the benefit, on the same side, they should make the patient aware of the risk involved with that drug. It will also the disadvantages or the risk. They should also share the space in the drug advertisement as the benefits. You may have seen the various promotions, not only the drugs but promotions. They will claim so many claims that you will get that discount, you will get movie ticket, you will get vouchers. But at the end, you will see there are terms and conditions. Have you seen such kind of ads that really influence you? Okay, we should buy this, we will get that coupons, we will get the movie ticket, or we will get some extra things. So that to influence the people. But terms and conditions are associated with that. Similarly, with the drug advertisement, it should be uh, fair balance between the information of the risk as compared to the information of the drug benefit to make a good advertisement. Okay, a uh, generic name is a common name which is given by some government organization to the drug, and brand name is given to a which is given by the company for its promotion and for its use in the common public, right? So that catchy brand name are catchy, very much catchy. So their brand name and generic name should be properly written on the drug. Examples, for example, there is a synthroid, which have a composition of levothyroxine, right? Active ingredient is levothyroxine in the synthroid. Similarly, levoxy is also having levothyroxine. So levothyroxine is generic name, okay? And levoxy and synthroids are its brand name. So brand name and the generic name should be clearly mentioned in the drug advertisement. Okay. And how do we get to know that what's a false or misleading advertisement? For example, it, uh,
Ma'am,
it shows better and more effective
ma'am,
than indicated. Yes?
ma'am, we
Yes?
cannot see the slide. Ma'am, we cannot see the slide which you are reading.
Oh, sorry. You should have. But it is showing me share screen. I have shared my screen. Can you see my screen?
Ma'am, the slide which we can see is the claim slide.
Why it's so lagging? Can you see this claim slide?
Yes, ma'am. We can see the claim
After
slide.
that, what's a false and misleading slide? You can see?
No, ma'am.
No one. Now the picture. There is one picture.
No, ma'am.
Everyone who can't see this slide of a drug advertisement example,
No, ma'am.
no one can see. And then how
No,
come
ma'am.
it is possible? Okay. So let me join it again. Okay, so that I will see what's the reason, because I can see and it's showing half of the PowerPoint and not the remaining half. So I have to rejoin the meeting. Okay, you wait.
Ma'am, the slide is visible now.
Yes, ma'am, it is now visible. Ma'am, you are not audible. Ma'am, still you are muted.
Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. And the screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, drug advertisement is misleading if it more, shows the effectiveness of a drug is more than its risk, and it is having a fewer side effects, having low severity, right? And it's if there is comparative claims of its uh, effectiveness and safety is in the advertisement without any substantial evidence. They're just saying that our drug will, quickly relieves the pain, but they are not mentioning about on what basis they are saying that it is better and having less side effects. Okay, so that is a misleading advertisement. And the presentation in in the advertisement, they will show their data in some charts or in the graph. So if the data is not very clear, or if there is a misleading uh, presentation of the data, that means that advertisement is misleading. So you just an example of drug advertisement. You can see they have shown a picture of a sad person, female, and a uh, happy face. So that means it is related to sadness. So that means there are now this is a drug advertisement of a antidepressant drug. That before the taking the drug, the person was sad, upset, and frustrated, but and she was depressed. But after that, taking the drug, her face is having smile on the face and a happy face. So that means patient feeling better after taking the drug. So this kind of pictures they use, and language they use to influence the people. Similarly, in this, if fibromyalgia treatment, so there is a relief of the drug, right? So this is the drug 024. So this is they are claiming that they have shown to relieve pain of the fibromyalgia, and they have shown some pictures into that, and they have uh, they have shown and claiming that it shows the clinical improvement in the fibromyalgia. Okay, and they are showing that relief of pain among millions of the people of the fibromyalgia. So this kind of pain uh, is relieved with their drug, right? And this is a solution for all kind of pain they have written. And similarly with this next uh, next advertisement. It is a drug which is like pregabalin. Pregabalin is a drug. Okay, and Lyric is its brand name, and pregabalin you can see its generic name. So it is used for diabetic pain, diabetic neuropathies. So they have made a diagram showing a red and tender foot, right? Soul of the patient who is red and tender and showing a thermometer. This is a graph, kind of meter they are showing that the pain, there is a decrease in the pain severity. This is their own meter to measure and to influence and to make the people understand that this is showing the scales of the pain reduction with the pregabalin in the diabetic patient. And they have written all the information that what kind of pain in this there is a shooting pain, burning pain, and needle like pain in diabetic uh, neuropathy. And this lycra, this is making a benefit in the pain, and it's showing FDA approval. Okay, so this is making a claim that this drug is FDA approved to treat the diabetic nerve pain. And this is also giving an detail about the prescription of lycra. It's not for everyone. So what are the indication they have written, and they have written their website information also. Okay, so this is all. This is the advertisement. There is one more advertisement, like in this drug advertisement, they have shown like ask your doctor, right? So this is the drug which is used in the bronchial asthma. So in this they have in one they have not shown the clearly the picture of a lung, that how it helps in the asthma, bronchial asthma, how it can uh, how it works. That also is a part of the drug advertisement. I will come to the every and all and each parameter to it, that what should be the parameters to assess the drug advertisement. It's just to show you that this kind of pictures are used, which can be a misleading pictures to influence the people without and making the claims without any evidence. Okay, so there is parameters, WHO parameters to assess a drug advertisement is number one is a brand name. So I told you brand name, they are very catchy, which can easily influence the people who are using it, and they are given by the company. So uh, there can be many brand name for the one generic drug. Okay, and generic drug is a one name which is given by organization, and which is for common for all, right? So there should be a brand name must be and generic name must be there in the advertisement. And how much, what should be the font size of the brand name and the generic name? It should be 1:3, means brand name uh, and generic name, it should be 1:3. So it should be clearly visible. And name of the manufacturer, name and address of the manufacturer, the manufacturing company who is manufacturing, so its name, so that if there are any issues related to that product, uh, patient or the user of that product can approach that company. Contact information, their website, it should be there in the advertisement. As we saw in the one advertisement, there were the website mentioned. Okay, then indication means like if it is a painkiller, it's not like pain like we saw in this diagram. This like is neuropathic pain. Okay, it's not just for every all kind of pain that we have, just for a small exertion we have and we will have that painkiller. It's not a simple painkiller. So it's diabetic neuropathic pain. Okay, so the indication properly mentioned in the drug advertisement. So number 6 is side effects. So what could be a side effect? So that patient is aware. For example, if it is a like cetirizine, okay, which is an antihistaminic drug. Okay, so cetirizine comes and it is antihistaminic. So what could be its side effect? Side effect will be sleepiness. So if a person who is a driver by occupation will take that cetirizine, he will be sleepy in the daytime. Okay, so there will be more chances of accident by that person. So side effect should be mentioned so that the person taking that drug, he should be aware, and better he will lesser sedatives, antihistaminic like levocetirizine, or he will take at night, not in the morning. He will take at the night, so patient will sleep with the side effect, not in the daytime. So indication should be properly mentioned. Its side effects and what are these contraindication, like some drugs which are various antibiotics like aminoglycosides. They are you know they have to be dosed according to their kidney function test. So they have side effect as a nephrotoxicity. So we should not give in the kidney failure patient. So their side effects should be clearly mentioned, as well as their contraindication, that some drugs which are contraindicated in the kidney failure. And similarly, you may please go through and you will find even in the labels also contraindication. You should really go through very carefully, because some various drugs are contraindicated in pregnancy, because if it may lead to the development of fetal defect. So the drugs, even if a drug which is required in the pregnancy, whose benefits are more but if it lead to the fetal damage, so that will be a disastrous for prescribing a drug to a pregnant woman, which lead to fetal damage, right? So the contraindications should be clearly mentioned in the drug advertisement. Warning and precautions, like we should not take in the daytime, we should not go out if a drug is having photosensitivity as a side effect. So if a patient will go there early and with the without applying the sunscreen into the sunlight, so what happens, there will be sunburn, photosensitivity will develop in the patient. So what are the precautions, or some precautions related to the disease that it should be avoided in a patient with kidney failure, or if some drug with the liver disease should not be taken. Okay, and what are their pharmacological effect? Pharmacological effect means their a sort, we can say, their mechanism of action. Like if it is a painkiller, okay, so how it act as a painkiller in diabetic neuropathy, like pregabalin, which is a GABA agonist, okay, which is a you know inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. So it will lead to the suppression of the pain through the GABA neurotransmitter, right? While the other painkiller that we ordinarily use, they are act through the COX inhibition mechanism. So their pharmacological effect should be clearly mentioned. So if it will act through the COX mechanism, so we have various COX-1 and COX-2 also inhibitor. So if so what there could their pharmacological effect on the body, on the various system like CNS, CVS, GIT will be according to the mechanism of action of that drug. I think that is very much clear by their previous classes about the pharmacodynamic of a drug. You have must have read to what are the various effect of the drug on the body. Okay, so then dose in what should be the standard dose of the drug? Like it is for an adult, it is 500 milligram. So it should be given in the 500 milligram. We should not give in the adult as a 250 milligram dose. Then what will happen? That drug will not be effective. That will not attain the uh, development. So what is the standard dose. If it is an children, so the dose should be according to the children, according to the body weight, and some doses these are prescribed according to the body surface area. So standard dose should be mentioned into the uh, their advertisement. And the dose interval, like how much it should be the dose interval, means I think you are all have gone through all these terms, like 500 milligram in the 3 times a day, 2 times a day, or a single dose, OD dose, HS, at the night time single dose. So dose interval, it should be mentioned in the drug advertisement so that there will be no confusion. If a patient will take, if it is a 3 times a drug and patient takes only once daily, so it won't be effective. Okay. And what is the duration of the treatment? Means for a complete cure, like if it is a drug which is to be taken for short term illness, we can take 5 to 7 days. But for a chronic disease, it has to be taken like, or it should be taken for a long duration treatment, like treatment of tuberculosis. So the duration of the therapy should be mentioned, and the dose adjustment to the special condition, like physiology of the body is required. So dose it should be mentioned. And 14 points is dosage form is available. Means it's a capsule, tablet, injection. What is the dosage form that is available, or and that is prescribed by the doctor? And pack size available, like the packet of, if it is a like packet of 10 tablets, and it is be taken for 5 days. So we have to take a packet of 5 tablets. Okay. Then what is their storage condition? Like we have to keep it. Drugs has to be keep it away from sunlight, or it is away in the not the hot or humid atmosphere. It should not be kept. It should be kept in a stored properly according to the instruction at temperature. Like vaccines require temperature to remain effective. Okay, for every there for a time, like month month course for treatment. So when you have a, you leave it in the fridge or outside and then the 17 point is their references. As I told you, comparative claims or references on what basis they are saying. So there are various references like in the clinical trials or from the textbook, or from there are various source of information which from which they can refer, because it cannot be made by our company, cannot. It should be a standard protocol company has to follow to manufacture the drug and for its further uses. Okay, so that references should be mentioned. Their pictures, if it is related to pictures or not, because if it is a like a diagram having a diabetic foot, pain in the diabetic foot, and show, so it won't be related. Picture should be related for what it is useful in. Okay, and the background also. If it is a shiny background, if a depressed person is shown with a depressed face, so they are shown a black background or dull background. If a treated patient will show us sun. Picture should be related. So these are things you have to see while judge up the advertisement whether it is a misleading. And relevant picture, irrelevant pictures, picture related to the drug, because related to the drug, once we talk about the person and the background, and pictures related to the drug, because if it is an injection or it is a tablet or it is an inhaler, like in asthma patients are using inhalers, so obviously the picture of an inhaler should be seen, not the tablet. Okay, so that will be effective, and that will make the understanding of a patient very much. And person in the picture that I have already explained you. What will be the price? Obviously, price MRP. You always see the MRP. If it is a very expensive drug that may not be afforded by all the people, right? So if the same in the same price, if we get drug from the other company or a generic drug which is at less price, so that can be advised according to the patient by the doctor for making it a rational prescription. Okay, so comparison, price comparison can that is also shown, that how will you influence a person if you show your benefits more than your risk. This is that is about the disease, but in the price comparison, that our product is better than the others company how better in the safety, in the efficacy, as well as in the price. If you see that price of a tablet or a capsule is affordable by one company, and the same product is offered higher price, that you will not go for the uh, drugs which is of higher price at this with the same effect. So the comparison of the price can also be shown. Then other drugs placebo mentioned for comparison, um, means they are efficacy, and they are talking about the efficacy and safety with the other drugs comparison which are mentioned in the other clinical trial, that their drug is better, they're more efficacious than the some other drug. Or if there is any misleading information in the advertisement, if anything which is not related, or it's showing lot of good thing only in the advertisement, right? uh, so that should you should look for, and whether the drug is on prescription, off prescription. So there should be a advertisement of a drug, like I told you, over the counter drug means which is available even without the prescription. But so the drug advertisement is for prescribed drug by the doctor, or a over the counter drug. So these are all parameters that has to be seen before commenting on the advertisement, that whether it is a correct advertisement, or it is not correct advertisement, or a misleading advertisement. So what you have to do if advertisement is misleading, you have to write to the company and wait for a reply. If you see, nowadays various ads related to fairness of the skin, their companies are claiming that they are with the, or nutritional component, that why these consuming these products, there will be increase in the fitness or increase in the muscle mass with the use of their product. So if they are making fake uh, claims, so we can write to the company and we can wait for that reply. And there is a one there is we can write to the monopolies and restrictive trade practice, so that will comes in the monopolies and restrictive trade practice. So means the one companies want to monopoly, means they want to just capture the market as a single company, so that benefit to that company is more than the others, right? So there are the other thing which is related to this, that the drug and the magic remedy, that is objectional advertisement is there, which act is in 1954. It is primarily a legislation that governs the advertisement of the drug and the medical devices in India. Okay, so the
Mhm.
drug and the magic remedies. Yes.
Ma'am, the slide hasn't changed after the 16th point in the parameters to assess the drug assessment advertisement.
Oh my God. Okay, then for everyone.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then I will just refresh it. You please hold. Hello. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see the slides now?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. Ma'am, point number 17 to point number 27 is visible.
Okay. After that, also slide number 21.
Mm, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, it is moving.
Okay. So these are the parameters from point 1 to 24, which is used by you to assess. अभी 5 minutes है ना? अभी मैं आपको बता दूंगी है ना? I will inform. So parameter from 1 to 27 that you have to look for assessing a drug advertisement. That is, I think that has been explained by me. All brand name, generic name. Okay. And now come to the 16 के बाद आप बोलो ना. So references, as I told you, from where the data has been taken, pictures. Okay, relevant pictures should not be irrelevant pictures. Picture related to the drug, which form of the drug, whether it's a tablet, injection, or inhaler, right? Person in the picture means how is if it is person is sad or if person is happy or children are there or elderly are there. Price and comparison of the price. It should be mentioned in the drug. Drug comparison other drug and placebo drug, placebo effect. It should be mentioned, and any other misleading advertisement. It is there in the drug advertisement. It should any misleading information. So if it is there any misleading content, you can write to monopolies and restrictive trade practice. If no via the email, and there is other like drug and magic remedies. Optional advertisement 1994 is primarily legislation that governs the advertisement of a drug and a medical device in India. Okay, that is called DMRA. So it applies to both again to the healthcare practitioner. Okay, these are there are for guidelines on marketing to healthcare practitioner. One must look the uniform code of pharmaceutical marketing practice. Okay, if it is there are some there are particular guidelines how we can uh, 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 we can communicate by the advertisement to the healthcare practice. So there should be uniform code of pharmaceutical and marketing practice. So these and restrictions on the healthcare practitioners are also there, that they should not be influenced by the some gifts or facilities, hospitalities, which are maybe given by the pharmaceutical industries to the doctor. So there is restrictions to that also by these act. So in these monopolies and restrictive trade practice, their office is in the Bikaner House, Sharjah Road. Okay, so we can write to them. And now coming to this table, which is showing that you have to do a exercise in your practical books when we will come to the practical class of the critically appraising a drug advertisement. Then you have to make a table and write all these parameters. So first is generic name, and brand name and generic name. Okay, so whether it is yes or no. One is parameter, then serial number. First is serial number, parameter yes or no. Whether it is there, whether it is there in the advertisement or not there. So if it is yes, you have to write. You have to tick it right and cross if it is not there. Their brand name is there, generic name is there, or ratio of the generic name and ratio of the drug is there is mentioned. Lot of samples of drug advertisement in our department. Lot of collections of drug advertisement is there. So we will make a exercise that, and you have to see all these parameters. that whether the indication are written or not, side effects are there in the advertisement or not, contraindications. It's doctor should not get the medicine for it. Is it visible? Screen is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can note them. Okay, and contraindication, warning and precautions, whether there is not pharmacological effect, means how the drug act, mechanism of action, and what are the effects, pharmacological effect on the body. Standard dose, 500 milligram, like for example, and dose interval, if it is a 8 hour, 24 hours, like so those interval, like some drugs are taken weekly, like vitamin this vitamin D supplements. Okay, capsule that comes we take weekly, and while calcium we can take daily. So that should be though both drugs which are increasing the calcium level in the, so it should be mentioned. Okay, so what is the dose interval? Dose adjusted to the special condition like elderly or children, and what is the package size, whether it is there or not. Storage instructions mentioned. If it is mentioned, you have to mark it tick or cross. Otherwise, references from which the and then so mark whether this is a correct advertisement or it is a incorrect or a misleading advertisement. Okay, this is all about the drug advertisement critical appraisal you have to do, and that's all from my side. Thank you all. Okay, and now Dr. Banerjee, Dr. Nirmal Banerjee, we will continue with the next class. Okay,
Ma'am,
please, because yes,
ma'am, could you explain the third point once again? That is the ratio of the generic and brand name.
okay, generic and brand name means if it is, written a brand name, a big contain in a very very small font means font size. ऐसा नहीं है कि उसका जो font size है वो brand name का बहुत बड़ा हो और generic name छोटा सा लिखा हो. Generic name का भी बड़ा होना. When you go to the exercise, then you will come to know that is written, generic name, and in the brand name, and in the bracket it is written the generic name of the drug. Okay, so it should be visible.
Ma'am, for this exercise, we will be given an example of a drug and we have to fill the columns accordingly.
Yes, yes. That we will do in the practical class. That you can see here.
Okay, ma'am.
24 TM fibromyalgia. Okay, this is fibromyalgia condition दिया हुआ है इसमें. O24 TM दिया हुआ है, इसका name दिया हुआ है. Okay, here also you can see pregabalin है इसका. Lyric दिया हुआ है ना, lyric with the brand name and pregabalin is generic name. So that you will come to know in the practical classes. Okay, we will come with more because I'm getting, I in a 1 hour class I can show this much example also. We will do in the practical class. Okay, is that fine? Okay, now you can, Dr. Banerjee sir will continue, and attendance will be down. Okay, so please don't leave.